Hello, I'm Michael Cirino, and we're here at the Future of Hospitality Summit, and I'm speaking with Makram from the Rotana Group. Makram, tell us a little bit more about the Rotana Group and your position inside the organization.
My name is Makram El Zyr. I'm the Corporate Vice President for Development at Rotana Hotel Management Corporation. I handle the development of Rotana across the world. The focus regions are Middle East, Africa, CIS, and Southeast Asia. Or let's say the Indian Ocean,
Yes.
to be more particular.
So, and you're looking to develop those properties. Are you on the real estate acquisition side? Are you on the partnership side? Where is your personal passion and rubber hit the road, so to speak?
Rotana was established in 1992, and at the time, the founders wanted the company to only manage hotels.
Okay.
They wanted every owner that we work with to be at the same distance from the other. We do not invest in hotels so that an owner with a management agreement does not feel that he's being put aside because we have equity or interest in a property. So we decided to have management as our main model until 2020, just before COVID.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of lobbying and it took a lot of work and a lot of, pressure to convince the board that, it's time to franchise, to go into the franchise model. And we successfully did so in 2020. And now we are managing and we are franchising hotels.
Nice. All right, so now we're going to do some questions about the hospitality, right? We talked about more about the culture of where we're at, both in the region here, and as you travel around the world, I'm sure you see things that are inspiring you all the time, right? So whether it's a high-end audio lounge in New York, a museum in London, or a hotel here in Riyadh, what is one new physical space that's blown your mind or caused you to take a pause, right? Some architectural wonder or something that the universe created here on Earth for us to
Michael,
enjoy.
a unique place I found or I experienced was in Georgia 3 weeks ago.
What?
We were there. We were in Tbilisi, in the capital, out to sign a new management agreement for our first ski resort.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
So we stayed in a hotel that was not branded. It's one of these local chains, local hotels. It used to be an old printing press. They used to got books and
Yeah, I'm already in.
Yes.
Keep going. The culture is there, right?
The interior. Okay, that's not an interior. ID, decoration, furniture is outstanding.
Yes.
Books, the whole feel, high ceilings, light. It's unbelievable. But that wasn't it. That's beautiful. But the best part of it, Michael, is the hotel felt like an extension of the road it's on.
Wow.
So the public areas, were so interactive. It felt like, people were walking out on the street. They would walk through the hotel, grab a coffee, grab a croissant, continue out.
Keep on moving.
It was so vibrant, so lively, so comfortable. There were some indoor spaces, obviously, and outdoor spaces.
But that kind of openness to the community is exactly why I'm so excited about developing in the region here. You can't just build a hotel in the middle of the city and have it be an island by itself. You can't create a restaurant or a piece of hospitality in walls.
Correct.
It has to be a part of the ecosystem.
Absolutely.
And taking those doors down and having people feeling comfortable to use it as that thoroughfare. This is what usually takes hundreds of years to build up, right? A bazaar doesn't just shoot out overnight.
Correct.
It takes a generation, right? But that kind of development is exactly what I believe is that future of hospitality.
Yes. One thing which I want to add, Michael,
Yeah,
is
please.
this whole flow of people and the way they have set out, the restaurants and the public areas and public spaces, and you take out and you have you can buy chocolate, a chocolaterie.
Yeah.
Was so natural. They did not force it to happen. They did not, open doors or, put signs for people to walk into the place. It just felt so natural and so lively. I was awake, 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
And we spent a lot of time in this hotel because the event was there and, we had some meetings in the hotel. Vibe was so natural, it wasn't forced, and this is what made it special.
I always say that part of what we do as investors and operators, right, is to have really ruthless budgets that are managed within an inch, efficacy everywhere, knowledge, future thinking, but then a percentage of that budget has to be spent on things that if I told the board out loud, they'd be like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
But that is what makes the culture happen, right? It's the things that kind of bend against the traditional P&L that says, well, our restaurant has to be ours. We don't want to have their restaurant. It's a communal space.
Correct.
Let's make it mix. That piece of art is really expensive. Yeah, but the artist lives in town and she comes down all the
Correct.
time with famous celebrities and she's a great person.
Correct.
Those things are the hard things to justify necessarily, but they're what make you feel that way.
The hardware is, I don't want to say easy to get. You can get the best paintings, you know, the best interior designer, the best finishes, the best furniture, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But if the property or the destination does not have, you know, authentic service, authentic feel, authentic people love to be there, love to serve, love to cook, love to, you know, play music, it's not going to feel right. It's going to feel fake. Or no, I will not fake, but you know, it wouldn't feel.
And I would even say, as we start to progress closer and closer in the region towards these big live tourism moments like the World Expo and the World Cup, your staff will feel that too. If your staff doesn't sit on a stage, right? Like, so the hardware is the stage. They're the performers. Every day, our staff is getting out there and they have to act, entertain, be comedians, be musicians. And if we don't give them a great stage with good lighting, they're gonna feel abandoned when we need them to be as supportive.
Or they're going to be machines.
Or they're going to be machines.
Which will lose the, you know, which will make the whatever you spent on trying to make this destination as attractive as possible go, because they're forced to work and they're not doing it happy. They're not doing it with, you know, from their soul.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So here's another kind of macro view. What is one industry trend that you think people are getting totally right now? What do you think is something that they're missing?
Again, talking about the region. Hotels in the region in the past used to be social hubs.
Yeah.
You would get married in a hotel. You would go to condolences in a hotel. You do
Life events.
baptism in a hotel. You know, everything happens in a hotel. So hotels had to have, you know, multiple restaurants, you know, the convention centers. They had to have, you know, the facilities to be able to attract people from the local community, not just travelers.
100%. Yeah. It's a hub for gathering.
But over the years, companies or, you know, professional food and beverage operators, you know, brand creators, concepts have evolved, have grown, they are established and so on, and they are becoming better than hoteliers managing F&B outlets, and, you know, concepts and so on. So what I think, Michael, what the industry is doing right now is we are letting go of F&B in our hotels to better people, professionals, people that can do it better than us. You know, the hotel industry is very rigid. You have to comply, you know, step one is this, step two is that. We're too rigid. You know, softening up, you know, getting a bit softer is not that easy. So the industry is giving this to people that do it better. If you have a waiter in a hotel that comes in with tattoos and earring and, you know, a fancy haircut, he's gonna get a warning letter from the HR manager, or, you know, from the HR office. But you go to a branded restaurant that is, you know, this is beautiful, you know.
This is the energy.
This is the energy, correct. So this is the change in mentality, and this is what I think the industry is doing right today.
Yeah, and again, that connects directly to that local culture, so it lets that expression happen.
Yes.
So is there a recent project that you've been championing or working on that you're really proud of that you'd like to tell the market about right now?
There is one actually here in Riyadh.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just one property. Let's say it's one entity.
Okay.
It's an entity that is based in Riyadh, that is a developer.
Yeah.
And we signed 8 hotels with this developer.
Okay.
6 of them are in Riyadh.
Okay.
And the approach was these hotels, they're small.
Yeah.
Average of about 100 keys. Usually we wouldn't sign such hotels because they're too small. But we accepted because we are clustering them together and we consider them as one property.
Oh,
600
it's like a unit. Yeah, okay, I got you.
And the way they have been designed, Michael, is that they are so efficient, so well designed, because there is one main laundry servicing all 6.
Yes.
There is one management
commissary.
office.
Yeah,
correct.
For sure. Yeah,
one main office managing all 6. And this is what makes these properties very, very profitable, because cost of development is minimal because the buildings are small. Some of them are conversions. They used to be office buildings or residential buildings and so on. So converting them into good 4-star hotels And this is what the market needs
And,
today.
and that centralized gives you that ability to be ruthless on the budget and then have that flexibility to spend on culture,
Correct.
energy,
Absolutely.
entertainment.
Absolutely.
Again, this is the kind of thing that in these investor conferences, that wisdom, that knowledge to say my brand exists at the 600 to 1,000 QLent range, but instead of doing that, we created this mixed model so it could be better for the guests.
Yes.
But it also, again, is probably better for management to A/B test things,
Correct.
try out new hardware, try out new operating systems. It's a really interesting
Absolutely,
thing.
because at one
super
point,
exciting.
you know, when we go out and want to buy, for example, Chinaware,
Yeah.
plates and so on, we are considering Chinaware for 6 hotels, so we get better prices. Who benefits at the end? The owner, the developer. So all these, you know, benefits that we are getting out of this relationship with this company, we would love to replicate.
Yep.
Because the model is so efficient, so interesting, and so easy to put together. It's something that we're really proud of.
That's awesome. All right, so last question here, and this is not supposed to be a trick question anyway. We can keep this super easy, whatever magic. In one sentence or two, what do you think the future of hospitality is?
Can it be one word?
Whatever you want, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Service, the hospitality industry today, Michael, I feel is becoming like a factory.
Yes.
Sign, grow, whatever, doesn't matter, just sign, brand, whatever. The industry is losing the authenticity, the authentic touch that it started with.
Mm-hmm.
The service, you know, old days, white gloves, cloche, you know.
The whole thing.
Okay, it's a bit too formal, but this is how it started. Authentic service from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
People love what they're doing. They're not there just to earn a salary, but because they want to grow, they want to, you know.
And I would say to your point of authenticity, as this global expansion happened, it's tricky when you see the same restaurants in Riyadh and Abu Dhabi and New York and Tokyo, because why am I traveling here? It's
Correct.
tricky to see the same brands
Absolutely.
not reimagining themselves. You know, we have global hotel and residential brands here that they deliver quality products every time, but it doesn't feel like the region in the same way that some of these other smaller hotels do. None of this is meant to be disrespectful. It's something that we are
Absolutely, yes.
aware of over a generation. We needed a lot of that stuff to validate the investment opportunities in the region, to say we have ultra premium retail, ultra premium residential, but now it's time to authentically
Yes.
create new voices
Yes.
so that it can be this next generation's job to
Because when you're in Riyadh, you want to feel you're in Riyadh. When you're in Hal, in Saudi, you still want to feel like you're in Hal. You want to see the local art, the local touch,
Yeah.
the concierge
Get off premise.
who's a tour guide,
Yeah.
who can tell you go to this museum and that museum.
go see my friend. He makes the best rice dish with fish. Go
Exactly.
get it. You got it.
This
It's only
is
a
service.
10 star, but it's going to be the best thing you've ever had in your entire life. And you're just looking at him crazy. I'm staying in a 5-star hotel. I'm going to go eat something for 10.
Would you rather have a club sandwich or rice at a friend's house?
Let's go get it. So, how does Egypt fit into Rotana's wider development strategy? And what makes a project or partner most attractive in that market?
Egypt, Michael, is on top of Rotana's priority list. Let's say the top 3.
Okay.
Within, you have Saudi, Egypt, and UAE will always be our top
It's your
priority.
home, right? Yeah.
Doing business in Egypt is not easy. It's a massive market. It is a very vibrant and a market that is taking off in terms of hospitality. Over the years, Egypt has been pretty slow in terms of development, new projects, and so hospitality. But real estate and residential is different. And now the government is encouraging the local developers in the community to invest and develop hotels. But what we feel is that they still need better regulation and better direction in terms of what they want to develop, where they want to develop. Because what's happening today, Michael, any person that has a bit of money is promoting a project, selling out units, coming back to be able to build
The next one.
and the next one, and you don't know who you're dealing with. Experience, track record, have they achieved, have they completed, have they delivered hotels or projects? This is the tricky part in Egypt, but in terms of priority, it is on our top priority list. It is a market we want to grow in and we can grow in.
So from an operator's perspective, what do you think would unlock more deal flow or accelerate that development? Is it direction from the government side? Is it direction from the independent side? What does that unlock in the
It's a
country?
mix of both, because you definitely need government support. You definitely need financing. you definitely need guidance in terms of what are the specs of a 5-star hotel?
Yeah.
What are the specs of a 4-star hotel?
Yes.
These today in Egypt are a bit fluid, not as well documented and well enforced like in Saudi and the UAE and elsewhere. This is this is the challenge we are facing. And the other one is land or location.
Yeah.
Mainly Cairo is expanding
Just like,
like never before.
yeah.
And today, as operators, you get offered an opportunity, in the middle of nowhere. We don't see the what it's going to be in 10 years.
Yeah.
This comfort from the government telling us, this is what's going to happen here, this is what's going to happen there. A bit of support to the operator.
I think decision making and direction at that level is really tricky because it is a 5, 10, 15-year vision, and that takes governments, individuals, investors
Correct.
a minute to step back and say, what's my North Star?
Correct.
What's my 10,000 meter view here? How can I see the future? And no matter if there's a storm or there's a fire,
Correct.
we're going to keep moving in the same direction. I totally see that
this is the assurance that investors and operators and all stakeholders want, to be able to say, okay, I'm going to invest in this destination. It's going to be so and so in 10 years, 15 years.
Yes.
I'm going to get my money back. I'm going to get, I'm going to lift, I'm going to create a community that's going to stand out. This is what's lacking.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. That was awesome.